Cooking bacon in your air fryer is really popular. I have cooked it before on the tray, but I noticed that all that bacon grease just drips down. So I thought, what if I made it in a stone bar pan so then the grease stays there with the bacon and helps it cook and maybe even makes it a little more flavorful. I'm gonna show you how to cook it both ways and then I'll let you know in the end which one's my favorite. Links and information will be in the description below. And if you like the video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have a friend who's been trying to figure out how to make bacon in their air fryer, feel free to share it with them. For the stone bar pan, we're just gonna lay the bacon slices out. So you're gonna wanna give your bacon just a little bit of space so it has room to breathe and then it's also room for the grease. One thing I am noticing already with the bar pan is I can only fit 3 slices on it. So you're gonna set the bar pan directly on your tray and I just have it in the middle shelf setting. Then we're gonna just do air fry for 10 minutes. I'm not gonna flip it or anything at the halfway. We'll just check on it at the 10-minute point. At the 10-minute mark, I did end up going ahead and adding another 5 minutes. The very middle of the bacon wasn't done yet. So we've done 15 minutes and it looks pretty good to me. So it's gonna be kind of one of those things, if you like your bacon super crispy, keep adding time until it's perfect. And if you like it not as crispy, you can pull it out when it's ready. Looking in the air fryer, of course, there's no grease in the drip tray. I do notice a little bit of splatter on the door and a little bit on the walls, but not a lot at all. So the cleanup of your air fryer shouldn't be too hard. You could take a little wet rag and wipe all that down. And then the cleanup of the bar pan is gonna be super easy, especially if you have one of our new Stone Fusion bar pans. You can go ahead and put that right in the dishwasher and it'll come clean. An easy way to tell if your bar pan is Stone Fusion is that it's gonna have the wavy lines on the back. If it has these wavy lines, that means it is dishwasher safe. Now we're gonna go ahead and put the bacon directly on the tray. I've got the slices of bacon already laid out on the tray. I was able to get 5 pieces on the tray versus 3 like I did on the bar pan. Since the grease isn't gonna collect in this, you can go ahead and put the bacon closer together because you don't need the space for it. I recommend putting 1 to 2 slices of bread in your drip tray just to help collect the bacon grease to prevent it from smoking. Put the bacon in on the middle shelf. I'm gonna do air fry for starting with 10 minutes. I've gone ahead and taken them out. As you can see, they look a little overdone. I maybe should have started at 8 minutes and then added from there if they needed a little more. I also noticed the air fryer is a lot messier when you cook it this way. The door is covered in a lot of splatter, as are the walls. And I would almost recommend maybe taking a 3rd slice of bread and cutting it in half to cover up the whole tray so you don't get any grease on the tray, the drip tray at all. And another note, so once the bread is done, you can go ahead and take it out. I've seen where people put it in a Ziploc bag and they break it up and they'll use it for croutons on their salads. So then you get a nice little bacon flavor added to your salad. That's a lot better. So my final verdict on both ways. So the tray had its positives. Of course, you can cook more at the same time. And some people say it might be a little bit healthier since it's not cooking in its own grease. But it did have more downside. I probably would add another slice of bread if you were to cook on a tray because the grease that did hit the tray ended up smoking off and we had smoke in the kitchen while it was cooking. There's grease splattered all over the air fryer and it's gonna take me a bit to clean up. Also, I don't like the texture of the bacon after it was cooked on the tray. It just is very flat and not as flavorful. For the stone bar pan, pretty much the only negative for me was that you couldn't cook as many at the same time. You could cook a set, pull it out, and put another 3 in. It did take a little bit longer using the bar pan, but I think that's because there wasn't as much air circulation, so it cooked slower, and you want your bacon to cook slow. Even when you cook it in a frying pan, you cook it low and slow, and that's how you get that really good flavor in your bacon. I thought the flavor was a lot better in this bacon, and the texture of it was a lot better than on the tray. Cleanup was way easier as I just used 1 little paper towel and wiped it down. And cleaning the bar pan, I washed it by hand, but I could have just stuck it in my dishwasher and it would have been nice and clean. Another positive I noticed with the bar pan is there was no smoke off. It smelled like you were cooking bacon, but no smoke came out of the air fryer and filled up the kitchen. So between the two, I would pick the stone bar pan if I was to do it again in my air fryer and would love to have it on a sandwich or with my breakfast. Let me know in the comments which way you prefer cooking your bacon in the air fryer. If you're still new to the air fryer, make sure you check out my Air Fryer 101 video. It'll help you with all the ins and outs of it. There'll be a link for it in the description. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time.